Yo, what's going on, guys? This is the Canyon Clash breakdown. I know so many people had questions about this, and it had to take quite a bit of time because this is an extensive event, a first-time event for me. These are my remarks for my comments from doing the live stream. If you missed my live stream, subscribe, like, you'll see them. Two legions. I'm in Legion 2. Why am I in Legion 2? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been so bored with the matchmaking, and we'll jump into it a bit later on here. The preview competition here, once you have a match made, you can see which alliances you're up against. You can contact the alliance leader. You can do lots of stuff here, guys. See where they're from. Talk to them. Maybe you want to do 2 against 1. Maybe DG1 and LHX have teamed up against evil. If I saw a top clan, I'd be like, hey, let's put some hurt against them. So, the event starts before you even know it starts. So reach out to these guys. Be like, hey, you guys want to work together and fight the stronger clan. If you see an absolute whale, you might as well try and put some hurt on them. Why not? As you can see, as I mentioned, this was a live stream. The comments are there. It's a bit blurry, and I do apologize, but people need to know how to even do this event. First of all, is this event even something you want to do? Let's look at the battle results and even talk about this. Total domination, which is still kind of weird matchmaking, and this is why I'm in Legion 2. Evil was up against State 9 and State 3. I get it. There's time slots that you can't just always be up against tough opponents. It's just unfortunate that State 1 has yet to have a good battle in 9 months, but that's what I'm here for, is to just show you guys how to do these events. I did not watch anyone do Legion 1, so I came into this event a complete rookie. But you can learn a lot from our Discord. So people were talking about this event for the past 2 weeks on our Discord. I am no longer on Whiteout Survival Discord. You can see here, ladies and gentlemen, all the buildings, the points that Evil had. This is afterwards. You see the point details. And, the longer you hold them, it's a 60-minute event, the more points you're going to end up having. So, personal points, MVP, FK, Dooms. You can see all the defeated squads, the defeats that he's had, only one, which is quite impressive in this. And then assist. I don't know exactly what an assist is, if you're in the building when you win it, or maybe a half defeated squad and you go up against them, and that's how it works out. Not sure. So if someone knows what an assist is in Canyon Clash, give me a shout out. I love to learn it, because then I can tell you guys on the next Discord live or possibly YouTube live stream. So there's lots that have happened since my last video, and I'll be dropping the podcast later on talking a bit about it. I just don't like having strings attached to me, ladies and gentlemen, so the Vulgar Bash is here to stay. Let's look at the rewards quickly. So jumping into the rewards, tap in here. 3,000 coins, lost coins, the first place. 2,000 second place. Third place gets 1,500. Personal, probably the coolest thing about this is probably getting the avatar skin if you finish top 10. The shop where you can spend the coins. I don't know if the rewards are that great for it. You can get one advanced mark, but I'm sure there's some personal rewards that we can jump into later where you get some coins there. Because only getting one thing from the shop for competing is bonkers. So battle results, tutorial, reward shop, all on the right hand side there, ladies and gentlemen. So that is what I'm talking about. I'm still really upset by the shop. It just seems so expensive, but I guarantee you later on I'll show you a bit more about the shop. So activate boost right before the battle. I know a lot of people are like playing around with it if you're boosted and you went there. The boosts only work if they're active. One boost that doesn't work, and you're going to see me put it on here, deployment capacity, it does not factor in. So you do not have to use your boost there. Your pet skills will work, but I had used all my pet skills, so I cannot enable it for this Canyon Clash video. You only get 100k of each troop type and it's automatically set for Canyon Clash. So if you have just made strong infantry and strong marksmen, you're gonna be weaker at this event. So you can see 300,000 troops, and my power has gone up 1 billion on almost all categories. It does really matter to have 3 strong marches. So now it's starting to get into the long game, longevity of having 3 strong marches. So points are from Legion 1. So if you already see me with points, it's because Legion 1 won and we got first place. This Legion 2, you do not get the reward points. So jumping in, they'll pop up a tutorial here. The prep phase is 3 minutes. Read through it, guys, but I'm going to break this all down for you. The tutorial is so small, and this is the reason why we're doing this. We're going to do the map breakdown. Someone from 316 made this map, and we're going to take a quick boo on this. Starting point for teams, the Bastion. So you see the 3 starting points. In this battle, I'm the bottom. We're going to refer as home to the bottom. Defeated troops after healing will spawn here. So the Bastion will go there, guys. So stage 1, building. So the stage 1 build and seize and conquer. We got clusters of ruins at level 3 that grants guardians can be appointed there. So you get 600 points per minute. Ruins, level 2 buildings, grants a fair amount of points. Guardians can be appointed, 180 points per minute. There's 4 building types. Airport, a level 1 building, grants a small amount of points. We're already down to 60 points per minute on there. And the last one here, the Stronghold, a level 1 building, grants a small amount of points. Guardians can be appointed. So there's only one level 1 building that you cannot appoint for Guardians. Guardians, we will explain very shortly here. There is a mistake on this map. This should be a cluster of ruins. A level 3 building should be there. It's the only mistake I've seen. If anyone else sees any mistakes, maybe bring it over to 311. So strategy for us, get Phantom Guards at all these buildings. So you can get some Phantom Guards there. It's basically kind of defending your territory. So you're going to set up defense, and you might be able to see it, might not be able to see it, depending if you're looking off a phone, a TV, a computer. But there's ways you can cross into the enemy territory, and there's ways they cross into your territory. So that's why I'm saying we want Phantom Guards to be at these buildings. It gives you a little bit more time because they have to defeat these AI-generated players. So as I was just talking about, what are Phantom Guards? We're going to do a quick example here. I'm going to show it to you guys, a little snippet. So the Phantom Guards, as you can see on the left-hand side, AI opponent generated by controlling the buildings. They're hostile at first. Once you control the buildings, the Phantom Guards will start generating for you and act as defense for you. So once you move on, you still have Phantom Guards working for you. 5 crossing points originally in State 1. You can see the little red arrows popping up. There's 5 spots, and there's another spot we'll talk about later on, and that's when the fortress is unlocked. So how do you move troops? We're going to do the breakdown right now. I'm going to move into it. So the countdown, we're just starting. It costs fuel depending on buildings and distance. So you can see it's 2,000 fuel to move around. After controlling a building, you can move forward. So once you control a building, or if you're kind of waiting, you can keep moving forward. So you're going to be waiting on battle. When in control, you can award Guardians to boost their fuel. So check this out. We already got 3 buildings. We're going to start appointing people. R4s and R5s will appoint for it. So it's important to have R4s and R5s in the building. How does the battle work? It's kind of a lot just like similar to, I'm not saying rock, paper, scissors, but it's power against power. Whichever team defeats the last Phantom Guard will get the building. So you can see when in a battle, if you win, you move to the end and continue to battle in the same building. Just looking at this experience. So that guy won against Evil. He's actually at the bottom. We're going to go find him here. And he gets to continue to fight. Once again, I won, so I'm still there. They added a lot more markers. I kind of hope they keep these markers in game for Foundry, for even State for State. I think it's like if they got the feature there, it should be there. As you can see, there's kind of chaos just happening because people don't really have a strategy the very first the very first Canyon Clash. So no one really knew what was going on. So we were kind of guinea pigs to this event, using the markers to let people know what's up. But the stats, I mean, the chat kind of gets flooded. So how do you heal, aka conscript? Some people probably from North America, like myself, were a little confused by the conscript word. So you must be awaiting battle below 5th spot to retreat or to move forward. So you can see you can move forward, retreat, conscript if you're on standby as well, and we're going to show that. So now that I had 5 people ahead of me, I could actually retreat. So I'm going to retreat. It costs fuel, but it's worth it. If I need to heal, I stay in the battle long enough, and then I don't end up all the way at the bastion. And I'll show you. I do lose some battles here. So conscript is heal. You could do it right here. I did not see it immediately, so I'm moving into battle status. I'm going to scroll all the way down. You see those phantom guards on our side. Conscript, cost fuel, revive my troops. Now I'm back in there, fully healed. I'm going to go back to the battle and start pushing. So we focus a lot on Team Red here. I think they were possibly the stronger alliance, so I think that's why we kind of focused on them. Stage 2, Fortress Occupation. The bubble dropped. If you saw that, the bubble dropped. Now we can cross in, and we're going to go back to this map. Now there's 6 ways to cross now. That bubble has allowed us to go through, so 28 is a crossing point now. For us, we can move over there 27, and now we are officially in the middle of the whole battle. So we're halfway through almost. Take control of the fortress to get major points. Yes, 1,800 points. There's 3 of them. The one's pretty far from you. Focusing on 2 might be a good idea, and focusing on the middle. And we got a middle tactic that we're going to show you guys a little bit later here. But remember, those guys are as many points as winning the Citadel, guys. So 2 fortresses is like having your own fortress and the Citadel. So it could be a very tight match, and this game really comes down to it. So continue to put pressure on other teams, and that's what I'm doing as the dolphin whale in this game. I would call myself a whale in this battle since I'm much stronger than most people. And we're going to see by moving forward in groups, you see Valeria, even though we are battling, she's moving ahead because she was awaiting battle. So 6 to 7 marches so you can retreat and conscript, aka heal. I would suggest working with 6 to 7 people and use your marches together. Don't get stuck solo in enemy territory. And I'm going to show you an example. I was just having fun. You see me here battling solo. I cannot heal. These guys, like, I'm so far into enemy territory. I need to defeat all these people before I can retreat or before I can heal. Obviously, you see me lose, and you see reviving there. It's a minute countdown, so automatic revive after a minute. I don't even have enough fuel to heal because I was moving so far ahead. So now I'm waiting to instant heal, or I wait for that timer to complete so I can heal. Now I'm gonna just get enough here. So to use the fuel to instant revive, so this is how you instant revive. The easiest is the top left there. Just press the little heal button, which I will do in 3, 2, 1. A little bit late here. I had enough fuel, but I waited. So now I am back at the bastion, but check this out. Fuel is extremely important. I don't have enough fuel to move forward. I can't even get back in the battle. So it's really important to appoint people fuel, guys. So another thing, speed ups are available. Yes, so I am back in the battle in 4, 2, 3, 1 second. Super annoying. The pay to win aspect is there. Stage 3, the Citadel Onsalught, they call it. So each stage is 20 minutes long, guys, including not including the prep stage. Prep stage is 3 minutes. So that could be an error. So I will put a mark in there. It could be, I think the whole event's just an hour long. So you see a sea of yellow rolling in there. So to capture a building, like I said, you have to be the last team or player to attack a Phantom Guard. Control all level 29s on the map. Let's just jump back to this map. You see me looking at their, that is the key to victory for the Citadel. If I close that off, they cannot cross, and the Citadel is ours. That is a big factor. You see those X's? I'm crossing out, and that's what I'm going to start focusing on. I realized late, but now you guys know this strategy. Moving in there, if no one is prepared, you can beat stronger alliances, guys. Just have a good game plan, and it's possible. So I'm going to show you because I figured it out. I'll show you a couple other things I did there too, like using gems. But you know what? It was fun. This is the probably funnest event I've had in 300 days in Whiteout Survival, which is wild, man. Almost a year. We're 1 year away from first state versus state, so that was a lot of fun too. You see, red couldn't reach. I had red cut off here in the. I got the blue territory. They can't. So now they took 29. Now they can start working their way. You cannot go into. You can't cross over other people's territories. You have to take the buildings first. So, Phantom Guards. It looks like Frozen Citadel, and it will be captured by yellow, just the way it works. Unfortunately. And we're going to show a tactic to keep, even if someone's stronger than you. I'm going to show you how to keep buildings. And you need a lot of fuel, so it's really important to give people, use your fuel, and make sure you are appointing guardians to buildings. So, as an example, Citadel won the last team wins, and yellow gets the win right here on the last Phantom Guard. They're a bit stronger inside the middle too, so it takes a bit longer. So defenders, DG1 is defenders now on the left-hand side. They were fighting against not just evil, but they're fighting against LHX. So there's two alliances they are fighting against. You see reds in there. We're the attacker. Our battle points on the right-hand side against their defender points. So they gotta battle both alliances right in the middle. So it's kind of chaos. I'm assuming that works for all buildings. I do believe we get another example later on. This is me using gems. You can speed up the battle. So DG1 has so many troops in there. It's moving from 10 seconds to 1 second, speeding up the battle. So you don't have to wait. You know, you get quite a few people in there. 10 seconds battle time is a lot. So I'm trying to shorten DG1. It's not very cost effective. When you get a true whale in here, he's probably just going to clear out everyone just smashing this, which kind of kills the fun in the event. Not saying whales shouldn't do it, but what's so much fun in just buying a victory? Fuel acquisition, you saw there. I'm going to show it. So pop up. So check fuel acquisition. That little barrel, you can see your natural recovered. And then fuel recovery rate, that's from appointing a guardian. So I got plus 60,000 per minute for my fuel recovery rate. I started using a lot of fuel, so I started pointing myself a bit more. You can check the score at the top, seeing which buildings, the ruins, bastions, strongholds, fortress, what you're holding. And yeah, it's a close match. We actually ended up winning, but it comes down to the wire here. Buildings aren't lost if you continuously send marches to defend. So look at DG1 here. They got 3 guys left, then they put a fourth. Even though they keep losing, they keep getting troop after troop after troop in there. So we got to switch up the strategy. I'm figuring this out. I'm on my Discord live chat talking with everyone. I'm like, how do I stop this? Because like we're never going to defeat this unless I spend a bunch of gems. So I got to stick to the plan. So my plan is to cut DG1 off right here. I think they did not realize this is going on right here in the ruins building here. The cluster ruins building. You'll see me take this over. It's going to switch from yellow to blue. Right here, they are cut off now, ladies and gentlemen. So they cannot keep sending troops to the middle. At this point, I knew it's just between us and red. So I start using the markers and telling people, hey, we got to start moving. Cut off the other team. We got to start moving this way. So I'm going to start moving my second march there. So I had marches in the middle, And your strongest players should probably be controlling the 29s and the Citadel. Depending on what you're up against, I'd focus, as you can see here, my battle status. We need to take this to win the game, which we do. We get it just nick of time, but it's you know, DG1 held that for a long time, and they got a lot of points off that, ladies and gentlemen. So props to DG1, props to LHX for this fight. This is one of my funnest battles in Whiteout Survival history. So shout out to these guys, man. They've been around a long time. State 4 and State 5, much love from State 1. Remember, guys, like, subscribe, aka help a brother out. Let's get this moving. I decided to be the sacrificial lamb. I am no longer on WOS Discord, but you can join our Discord. So here they are. They're cut off. It's basically Citadel is won. So my team can start defending. DG1's trying to get back in there. Red team was pretty smart about this. When this was happening, they took over the fortress and got another 1800 per minute. It came right down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite crazy. But yeah, holding it with no battles. Now, if there's no battles happening in Citadel, you can start moving outwards and start taking more. So it's about choke points. Figure out different choke points. I'm not seeing all the choke points. Next match, I might find more choke points where we can really cut them off, and they got to keep battling. But defense first is what I recommend. And once you get defense, then start pushing offense. See if you can even hold them off. Maybe even let an enemy into the territory. And if he's a whale, keep him stuck in your territory and keep sending your weakest march to him. Yeah, he's going to get points, but as long as he can't take your building. Like, you guys saw me get stuck, and I had to auto heal, go all the way back, and I ran out of fuel. There's different tactics we can do here. It's fun. Don't forget to appoint guardians. Look at this. We had so many buildings, and what I started doing, I started looking for people with not much fuel at all. We got Daisy. We got lots of people with no fuel. Niflheim, Nox. A lot of people, that means they're moving ahead on the map. The people with stocked fuel are probably most likely just sitting in one building, and they're not healing or don't have to heal. So the other ones with low fuel, most likely, because they get fuel without being a guardian, most likely they're moving along, they're doing things. So I would appoint those people. I know you're going to be like, hey, our strongest need the fuel, but the weakest actually lose a lot, and they need to heal. So the sooner you can get your weaker players back in the game, the better. So don't forget about that, ladies and gentlemen. 6 to 7 people. You want 6 to 7 people in, so if you need to retreat and heal, you can retreat and heal. So don't have just 5 people because you're stuck. All 5 of you stuck. You could do, 3 people and 3 marches. Teams of 3. That's not a bad idea, especially if your whale's in the middle. It's not a bad idea. If I send my 3 strongest marches to the left, Bus sends his 3 strongest marches to the right, it probably would have been easier for Evil. But it was a learning experience, and I learned a lot just to tell you guys. One day before, like I said, this dropped one day before. I don't know all the servers that have Canyon Clash, but tell me what server you're from in the comments. Let me know if you learned anything. This is the best guide I could provide in a short amount of time, ladies and gentlemen. But the victory is in Evil's hands. You can see the score starting to separate there. We're past 500,000. I could not keep up with Legion 1 Evil, but it's a lot of fun fighting Legion 2. So some of you guys with boring matchups, maybe join the Legion 2 and get some battles in there. I'm trying to heal here. 20 seconds left. I think I would have ended up. No, Evil's in there. I would have definitely been able to heal. So just remember. I think I would have lost, actually. I would have lost. So they were close on that one. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, focus on 29s. Focus on your defense. Protect your territory. Man, that's it. It was a lot of fun. It seemed complicated, but it's not. So 563. It was close, man. Within 80,000 points. That's wild. LHX, even though all the trouble I gave them, they finished second. So shout out to them. MVP, 336, 6 revives. I got an assist, 1.118 merits. I know I was the highest MVP of all the states at that point. So shout out to Bashbrother1 for not knowing what he's doing, but I killed it. A little pumping up myself there. Ladies and gentlemen, please, once again, like, subscribe, and join the Discord, man. Join the Discord. We're a group of wild animals in there. So if you guys want to experience all of us together live, come join. There's a live chat, and I'd love to talk to you on voice. It'd be dope. So shout out. Remember, stay evil. Cheers.